In this video, I'll be demonstrating how a system running Windows Server 2012 can be exploited. For the vulnerable system, I'll once again be using a machine on HackTheBox. This one is called Optimum. As usual, we'll start off by doing a port scan with Nmap, with the usual version and default script scan. From the scan results, we can see that the server is running HTTP file server 2.3. Let's take a closer look at the port. We'll specify the port and use the O switch to scan for the operating system. Looking at the scan results, we can see that the best guess for this is Windows Server 2012. Now let's take a look at the HTTP service in our browser. There's some functionality on there. Of interest to us is the section at the bottom under the title Server Information. We can see once again that the server is running HTTP file server 2.3, and when I hover my mouse cursor over it, we can see it's a hyperlink to the software vendor's website. So let's take a look at that. The vendor name is Rigetto. So let's fire up Searchsploit and search for Rigetto and see if there's any exploits available. Here we've got entries that match. The first one is a remote command execution Metasploit exploit. So once again, we fire up our trusty Metasploit and search for Rigetto. We have our Rigetto RCE exploit here, so let's use it. Let's look at the options for this. We set our host to the IP address, the remote system. We set lhost to my IP address. And leave the port as it is. Type options again to verify everything is correct. Now we run the exploit and access the remote system. As you can see, we've got an interpreter shell on the target. Let's use the shell command to drop down into a system shell. We have a low privilege shell as user costas. As you can see, when we try to navigate to the administrator directory, our access is obviously denied. What we need is full system access. So let's do some privilege escalation. Let's hit Ctrl Z to background this and jump back to the interpreter shell. What we're going to do here is load a PowerShell script called Sherlock. First we load PowerShell in interpreter. Next we type PowerShell import and the location of the Sherlock file on our local machine. As you can see, the file has successfully been imported. Next, we type PowerShell execute, find all vulns to run the script. After a minute or two, we get a list of potential vulnerabilities. After a bit of trial and error, I found the MS16032 secondary logon handle worked well for this. Let's background our interpreter session and search for our exploit. Type use 0 to load our exploit, then type options. Type sessions to get the interpreter session number, then type set session and input the session number. Set lhost to the IP address of our local machine. Set lport to another port. type options again to verify everything is correct, and then run the exploit. The exploit seems to have worked. Let's see what user we are by typing get UID. And there you have it. We're NT Authority System. Now we have full system privileges and access to the entire system. Let's drop back down to a system shell and try and navigate into the administrator directory. We're in. And that's it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks for watching.